our first anniversary of iRobot. I've made Brett laugh twice tonight, and I've only been on the air 21 minutes. I think that's a new record, and I'm pretty proud of myself. Brett is my floor director, and we love him. Okay, that has nothing to do with Scooba, although I know you're going to love Scooba. This, honestly, when I say these are products that will change how you live, if there is one product, and Grandma, I know you're watching, I am buying this for my grandmother. My grandmother is 92 years old, and she used to wash her floors by hand with a brush and with a scrubber. She has severe arthritis. Obviously, she can't do it right now. And if you are looking for something that does a better job, when I tell you this is the best way to clean your floors possible, because for $299.90 and free shipping, do you know on FlexPay it's $74 on your credit card? Only for this show, this is the wrap-up of the iRobot anniversary, and only for the anniversary, we are including an extra virtual wall, 196429. And I'll tell you something, while I love all of my iRobots, while I love the products that clean my home, if there is somebody that you love and care about in your life, whether they've had back surgery, whether they've got arthritis, whether they just don't have the time to scrub their floors, please get them this. I made this analogy last night, and the reality is, unless you rinse out that brush, unless you rinse out that rag, every time you scrub with clean water. Now, you know what that means to you? If you use a mop, you're putting dirty water on your floor. If you're using a wash rag, or if you're using a brush and you're paying a cleaning company extra, by the way, probably about a FlexPay just to scrub your floors by hand, I can promise you, and again, no disrespect to anyone, but they are using dirty water. Once they use it once, they're using dirty water. This never puts dirty water on your floor, ever. That's how Scooba works. It cleans, it vacuums, it dries, it scrubs all at once. When I say this is the cleanest your floors will ever be, you know that phrase, you know, floors clean enough that you could eat off of? I mean, I'm not even playing. I'm not even joking when I say you could eat off of your floor. Not that you want to, but I mean, you really could eat off of your floor because Scooba never puts dirty water on a floor.
This is an exciting breakthrough technology. Nobody can wash the floor, clean the floor the way
Ever.
Scooba can. A lot of folks clean like this. It doesn't do a bad job. However, the problem is the same. Whether it's a mop or a sponge, when you start to clean, all you start doing, especially towards the end, is start pushing the dirt around, and then your floor is left with a very light residue of dirt, of whatever was there. Because there's no way, unless you're reloading warm, soapy water every single time that your mop or your sponge hits the floor, you're going to end up with something on the floor. But watch this. All you do is push one button to gently vacuum, to wash, to scrub, and then to dry. Now let me give you some statistics. Roomba will work on the sealed hardwood floor, on your marble, your tile, your linoleum, your granite. It will also scrub the floor 5 times on a single battery charge, and it's good for 400 square feet. Now, the cleaning system is good for about 200 square feet. That's the solution. But the battery is good for 400 square feet. So if you've got a rather large kitchen, 400 square feet is a lot of space. You can clean an entire flooring system just by one charge of the battery. That's a phenomenal, phenomenal thing to say. It's all happening simultaneously. You're washing the floor, you're scrubbing the floor, you're prepping the floor with a little bit of vacuum. Plus, you're also drying the floor. It's all done simultaneously, all by pushing one single button. Here's what's going on. It is vacuuming, it is washing, then it scrubs, and then it dries. That's why the dirty water never goes back. Never goes back
Ever.
On the floor.
Ever. You know what? We want to show you again what you're receiving. Here's a little animation to paint the picture, if you will. And here's the other thing. When I made my introduction earlier, I know it might sound kind of funny when you say double dog dare somebody.
Right.
But I really do. I mean this as an honest challenge to you. Get this at home, clean your floors, or whatever you're doing, to clean your floors right now. Do one of two things. Well, do both. Walk across your floors right now with white cotton socks. Look at the bottom. That's going to prove to you they aren't clean. And just run Scooba. Now, you've got a month. You've got a month to really enjoy this technology before you have to send it back. In fact, I think it was Todd who called us last night. By the way, Todd, hi there. And you know what? Keep those testimonials coming. He even said, you know what, with the wet, I wasn't quite sure. The Scooba is one where people are a little more hesitant, even if they've tried iRobot technology. iRobot has perfected this. So if you're saying, you know, I've got tile, I've got sealed hardwood, I've got pergo, I've got linoleum, give this a try, and I promise you this, like I said, it really is going to change how you live. I mean, not to be gross, but I am going to say it again, you would never take a dirty washcloth and apply it to your face.
Exactly.
Ever. Well, that's basically what you're doing. If you're anyone who cleans their floor and doesn't use Scooba, you are putting dirty water back on your floor.
It's an unfortunate fact. Here's everything you need. You get everything to get you started.
Everything.
You get the Scooba, you get the battery, you get not one, but as an anniversary, you get 2 of the virtual walls. That's a great way to contain Scooba. If you've got 2 entrances to the kitchen, you don't have doors there, that's ideal. You'll need those. These are $29.95.
Okay.
You get the Clorox, which really makes the floor and the room smell great.
It does.
You just need a little bit. The brushes are included, and of course all your firepower, all
and
your electricity.
Don't forget that virtual wall is only for the anniversary. We're paying for your shipping. We'll deliver it direct across the miles. This is such a great gift for somebody. There's nothing nicer or better than a clean floor. But when I tell you, this is the best way to clean your floors. Your floors physically cannot be any cleaner than when you use the Scooba product.
I like this particular demonstration because this floor looks clean. If you have a service, if you clean the floor yourself, and you say, my gosh, this is as good as it can get, watch this demonstration. We'll take the Scooba. Now, it's a very simple operation. You've got 2 tanks, one with clean solution water, and the dirty water goes in the other tank. Now, I'm going to open this up, and it's going to be empty.
Right, there's nothing in there right now.
There's nothing inside.
Okay.
And then we will take Scooba and then run it on what appears to be a clean floor. We'll check back in a couple of minutes and see what the results are.
Okay, and you know what? You know, the other day, and Tom, I know you mentioned this earlier, but it'll clean, what, 400 square feet on a charge or so?
Yes, 400 square feet on a single charge. It will clean 200 square feet with a single clean tank. You can clean the, change the water out and then clean the other 200 square feet.
So I'll tell you what, that's an adjacent dining room and kitchen for me. I mean, that's a lot of square footage. I mean, that's a lot of surface area. Again, you're not going to appreciate how you're going to love this, especially, I will tell you this, and you know, I know everybody's tight, budgets are tight, we've all got different challenges in life, but boy, if you are a mom and you've got toddlers crawling around on the floor, and you've got grandbabies, you know, who, let's face it, it's the 2-second rule. Sometimes I live by that too. It drops on the floor, if it's in 2 seconds, it goes in the mouth, right? Well, you know, the sad truth is you don't know what's on that floor, especially if you've got pets, if you've got people in and out of the house. Think about it. Our floors, that's where our feet are. I wouldn't necessarily want anything that's on the bottom of my foot in my mouth. But at this point, although I have put my foot in my mouth, which is a whole other story, but the whole idea here is if you've got kids crawling around on the floor, you're going to feel better as a parent. You're going to feel better as a mom. You're going to feel better as a grandparent, knowing that the floor is as clean as it humanly can be, or rather iRobot can make it, because never dirty water, never leaving a residue, never leaving chemical behind, never leaving cleaner behind, which, by the way, makes a bigger mess. And that's one of the problems. We're not only putting dirty water on our floors, we're leaving chemical residue, which creates another problem, leaves things sticky. If you've got someone who does have dexterity issues, obviously this is a great gift for them. The Scooba really is going to set you free. And if you've been on the fence, I will tell you, Tom and I were talking about this last night, everything in this iRobot anniversary, it's the best price you will see for the rest of the year for the anniversary.
About best offers ever, and the best offers in the entire country. Here's the idea. If you wash with a mop on a stick or a regular mop or even a sponge, you eventually just kind of push things around and you will end up with a film. However, when you use Scooba, it all goes away. You make it all disappear because you're only using clean water. No other system like this in the world, no other system like this ever been invented.
Well, and you know what, just to prove to you again, I know we were showing you the floor, you know, the linoleum, you know, and we're saying, hey, it looks clean, but Tom came up with a brilliant concept. You know how black lights will show stuff that's left behind? We have a brand new demonstration that really illustrates, you might look at your floors and you might be watching us right now and you're saying, my floor is clean, I don't see anything on it, right?
You know what happened? This sort of came home to me. We had somebody come in and do the floors one time.
Yes.
And she was pulling out of the driveway. Very, very nice person. Did a nice job. Appeared to do a nice job. I had just been introduced to the Scooba. I put it down on the floor myself. I let it run for about 20, 25 minutes. Called the kids over. I said, let's do a live demonstration. I poured the water out. It was jet black.
Yeah.
This floor appears to be clean, right? Now I'm blocking out the black light. Watch this. We released the black light. And this
Tom.
is the stuff that's left behind that looks
It looked clean to the naked eye.
Now watch this. We're going to start.
Okay.
We're going to start Scooba.
We're going to put Scooba to work.
Now, mind you, Scooba will clean a floor 5 times. Now, I'm going to stop Scooba here and make Scooba go straight. Watch this. Scuba will clean a floor 5 times before it considers it to be done. So if Scooba doesn't get everything done on the first pass, don't worry about that. But watch what happens immediately. You start to see whatever's down there start to come up.
You really do. And, you know, here's the other thing. You're going to feel better. Your house is going to be, you know, smell fresher. But here's what I love. You know, your floors, you probably spent more on your hardwood floors than you spent on your kitchen appliances. You probably spent more on those hardwood floors than you spent on your living room furniture. I don't know about you, but the hardwood floors that I have in my home, honest to goodness, they were the most expensive upgrade in my house when I built my house. And you know what's sad about that? If you don't have Scooba, you're not protecting your investment. I mean, think about it. You would never buy a luxury automobile and never change the oil, right?
Absolutely not.
I mean, you wouldn't buy a Lexus and never change the oil. Well, why would you put hardwood floors or granite or tile or, you know, anything in your house and not clean them?
I know.
Or not clean them properly? And there are a lot of people who are doing just that. Here, you know, one of the other things you're going to love about Scooba is it really restores the natural luster to the wood. Now, you know what's really sad about that? That wasn't really even an extreme demo. I mean, there are a lot of us where, let's face it, the kids are tracking in mud and salt and sand,
that's a small little area
dirt,
too.
and a small little area. Now, thank you, Tom. Let's put that in the shot so everybody can see that.
The key is how dirty it is, not how much of it there is. That's the key. How dirty is that?
Yeah.
Not how much, because there's not a lot of water on your floor.
Now, you know what? Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to hold the...
Oh, my.
Okay, now... Ooh, ick! My thumb got in it. Ew! But look at this. It is so dark. It's completely opaque. I mean, you can't even see... Now, this is not a coffee drink from my favorite coffee shop, although it kind of looks like it. I mean, it is that opaque that you literally... You can't see the writing through, you know, my sheets of paper. Now, again, keep those testimonial calls coming. We would love to say hi to you. This is Tom's last show.
That's correct.
It is the grand finale. If you are just joining us here at HSN, not only we were the first electronic retailer, but iRobot, the world's largest robotics company in the world, are doing things exclusively here at HSN that they don't do for anyone else. So even though their products are available elsewhere, and I know you've seen the commercials, or maybe you've seen them on news shows, maybe you've seen them on talk shows, news magazines, they do something here that is only at HSN. We give you the extra virtual wall for free.
Look at that.
And Tom, that was a clean floor.
This looked to be a clean floor.
That was a clean floor.
We only ran it a couple of minutes. This is the key. It gets what's down there, even at what appears to be a clean floor. That's the key to Scooba. You know, we'd make demonstrations with big spills. Frankly, you probably wouldn't take Scooba out to get a big spill. You might get it and then get the entire floor.
Yeah.
But the key to this particular product is saving a lot of time, saving a lot of effort, and doing a better job than the way you're doing it now.
But you know what, case in point. So, you know, the kids drop the bottle of Coke on the floor, right? Okay? You mop it up with a paper towel, but you know what you leave behind? That sticky, syrupy, sugary
Maybe it's
mess.
time to get it all that time.
And you know what? Get it on the first pass. I know we have hundreds of you calling, and remember, this is the only time that we will include your anniversary thank you. It is an anniversary thank you where you get the additional virtual wall. And especially when you're talking about, you know, scrubbing floors, I want the extra virtual wall. Because chances are, kitchen, for example, I've got 2 entrances to my kitchen, so you want the 2 virtual walls. So, I mean, for most of us, we've got like 2 in and out points. This is the only time we're going to include that $30 thank you with your purchase, along with the free shipping. Now, this is the extra virtual wall we include.
You just set this up in the doorway where there isn't a door, typically the hallway. And then what happens is you activate it, whether it's a short one or a long one, you decide whether it's 3 feet, 4 to 7 feet, or 8+ feet, and just turn it on, and it'll send a beam. When the Scooba comes close, it'll stop and then stay and work in the area you want it to work. You get 2 of these, $29.95. We can take a little peek.
Okay, now show me. So basically, this is a little latch system. I just open that up.
Opens up. You've got 2 tanks. That's it. Dirty water comes out here. Clean solution, and water goes in here.
And so what do? I just use a little bit, right?
A little bit. The Clorox comes in, only up to the line.
That's all?
That's all.
And I don't dilute it or anything. I just dump it in there.
Put it in there, fill it up. The rest with warm water.
All right, here's where the battery goes.
And you've done that job. You never have to take that battery out if you don't want to. You can hook it up. There's a little charger over there.
You just snap it in place.
And you're ready to go. All you
done.
Just hit the button.
This is ingenious. Oh, you know the other thing I was going to mention last night? I'm the only person living in my house, which does not say a lot about my cleanliness, because I've only been in this house 2 years, and my grout in my master bath, it's awful. Well, you know what I realized? It's not even necessarily me. And again, I love my cleaning people who help me, but you know what they're leaving behind? It's dirty water.
It's sitting there soaking up.
It's dirty water.
Like a
so
sponge.
it's like, duh, the light bulb came on last night. If your grout is dirty, you know, it's not that you're not cleaning that floor. It's the dirty water depositing color and material in your grout. So if you want to keep your grout cleaner longer, in fact, you might not even have to whiten your grout. In fact, you might not even have to blast it with steam. The fact that you're leaving dirty water behind, that's probably why your grout looks gray. You know, why your tile doesn't look as new as it did when you first, put it in your home. You'll never know unless you get Scooba at home. And I have to tell you this, not only does it work on sealed hardwood, it works on linoleum, it works on pergo, it works on Mexican tile, it works on, your Preston tile, your granite, your marble. I mean, it's safe for all of those surfaces. And before we move along, we showed you the black light. Remember, this was the floor that looked clean?
That's right.
Are we ready?
Sure, let's do it. Turn the house lights out. The
Okay.
black light is on already, so you're going to see whatever type of particulate is down there.
Okay.
Look at that.
Now, and look at, and Scooba's still going to work. Virtually not a speck left. And
that's amazing.
That's the floor that looked clean. I mean, that's the floor that looked clean to the naked eye. Remember, this is the only show where we will now include, or the only time, rather, that we will include the extra $30 virtual wall, 196429. iRobot did that as a special anniversary exclusively here at HSN. Get it at home. There is a 30-day money-back guarantee. If you don't empty out that dirty reservoir and just really freak out that your floors are that dirty,